The Joe Rogan Experience.
Our government and other governments could debunk any information on UFOs, anything, because there wasn't like the wide communication that exists now, right? So I think now they put in people who are saying this crazy, wild, way out shit, so that people that are really trying to expose truth on certain things, they get looked at as whack jobs, like the rest of those that are trying to say, oh, well, flat earth, or we're on a disc, or we're in a globe, or blah, blah, blah.
The government spying on you. They'll throw all that together. The government is spying on you.
Yeah, they are. That is for sure.
No, they really are.
That it's since George Bush Jr. was president, they've been listening to our phone calls. I mean, that's a fact. I mean, that was one of the things they enacted with the Homeland Security, that they can record every American's call, and whatever conversation mentioned certain keywords, as we were saying earlier, they would get shuffled off to a certain department, and those guys were red flagged and looked at, and that still happens today.
Still to this day, you don't need a warrant; they can just listen.
I mean, I'll tell you this, right? There was I've been traveling 20 some odd years at this point, where when I was coming back into the United States, for a long time I would not get randomly checked or anything like that. They just let us go by, and I made a few posts somewhere, with an abundant amount of cannabis, right? And right after that post, each time I came back into the United States, they sent me into secondary for a search. And I started asking, like, hey, been traveling for X amount of years now. I've noticed that the last 4 times that I've come back from another country, you guys are randomly, checking my bags now. What's the deal? Am I red flagged? What's going on with my passport? Well, I'm not really allowed to tell you this, but I mean, what kind of postings have you made on your social networks?
Really?
Yeah. And I said, okay, say no more. And I already knew what it was, because I had put a post with like 4, 5, 6 pounds in it.
What does 5 pounds of weed even look like?
It's a lot.
So light. That's like giant pillows filled with weed.
Yeah. So, right then and there, I knew, from that reaction that he had, that anybody with any sort of that's involved in entertainment, music, athlete, whatever, actor, actress, they're watching all of our shit.
Oh, for sure.
They're listening and they're watching.
Well, especially someone like you who's been at the forefront of pushing cannabis legalization and always talked about it openly, flagrantly, even when it was a Schedule I substance.
Oh, yeah.
Everywhere,